Doc Loves the Kids, a local Kitsap County nonprofit organization established in 2015, whose mission is to provide activities, programs, and community support for at-risk youth.
They put the U in community.
Doc Loves the Kids.
Welcome to Uncommon Courtesy.
We give you the courtesy of conversation
that's uncommonly spoke of.
I'm D-Mac.
I'm Wesley.
And this the show. Don't forget to like, listen, subscribe. Thanks to everybody who's been sticking with us while Sir Wesley is in hiding from the U.S. government. Don't forget to catch us every Sunday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. The last live we did was great, fantastic, hella interactions. I appreciate everybody that showed up, and I'm looking forward to everybody that's going to show up as soon as their team starts to lose on Sunday.
Absolutely. Let's keep that going.
Yeah, the one person that's not going to show up. Breaking news: New York Mayor Eric Adams charged with fraud and accepting bribes. New York City Mayor Eric Adams has been charged with 5 counts in an alleged long-standing conspiracy connected to improper benefits, illegal campaign contributions, and attempted cover-ups, according to a sweeping indictment unsealed Thursday morning. Adams, 64, faces 1 count of wire fraud, 1 count of conspiracy, 2 counts of solicitation of contribution from a foreign national, and 1 count of bribery, according to the indictment. Charges that expose the mayor to significant prison time if convicted. Adams, who was elected in 2021, is the first sitting New York City mayor to ever face charges.
Yeah, this is kind of crazy. A lot of this is stemming from his dealings with Turkish. I guess they're like some people from Turkey that he's been dealing with, some Turkish officials, and they've been getting him a lot of like luxury flights, basically upgrades. It's kind of crazy because they're just talking about upgrades on flights. A lot of it is. I mean, he also had some luxury hotel rooms that added up to like $46,000. Whenever you get the feds involved, they're going to make sure they put the top dollar on it. It's like when they catch somebody with some fentanyl or something. Yeah, they're like street value $200.
It could have been $2 million if they sold it.
Yeah, piece by piece. I mean, nope. The dude looking at him like, man, I was gonna make like about $50,000 off this top end. You talk about $2 million. This is crazy. But I mean, the point of it is though, a lot of this is coming from he's telling people that he got like $10 million in like solicited contributions that he basically lied about. That he didn't, I don't know if it was $10 million cash. I think it was like a lot of it was just in benefits and other things that he got from him. But it stems from a Turkish officials. Whenever he would go fly, he'd go to Saudi Arabia. Wherever he would go, he would fly through Turkey. I think he went to Ghana one time, flew through Turkey, and they upgraded his flights to everything. I mean, he would get all the perks that he's supposed to be letting people know that he got.
Did that create influence on any of his policies? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, so it's specifically, Adams received luxury travel and other benefits from a Turkish official, and later in exchange pressured the NYC Fire Department to open a Turkish consular building without a fire inspection, the indictment says. So they came back, I guess, and they may have some messages saying like, where this guy's like, hey, what you received this from us, now it's time for you to kind of step up to them. And I guess the fire department came out and said they felt like they would have been fired if they had not have done this. And people are going to say whatever is expedient for them, but they may have felt like that.
They could have used the mayor, bro. He could have cut funding to them, could have had their building inspected more.
Without a fire inspection.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then people then burns down, that goes on the fire
and you're marshal. In New York, everything's like pretty much clustered in,
Yeah.
I'm not sure where this was exactly at. You know what I mean? So
yeah. If he was a Supreme Court justice, they would have just ignored him.
Oh, definitely. They were ignoring him. But he came out today. Did you see basically when he came out and he was like, he tried to have like a press conference with like every black person in the city behind him. And this dude got on a megaphone, was like, hey man, this ain't a black issue, bro. Your policies are not helping black people as it is right now. He cooked them, bro. He cooked them pretty badly about this situation. And so, I mean, Eric Adams, I haven't seen a lot of great stuff from him. Honestly, he hasn't really seemed like he's been the upstanding mayor that he should have been, especially given another black person the opportunity to run, the largest city in the United States. You know what I mean? Like,
Eric Adams got the job because what's his name? Who's the mayor of New York? His brother worked for CNN, and they got him out. Yeah, Cuomo, and they got him out on allegations.
Andrew Cuomo. Yeah,
they came out as false. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying it's like, for me, it's like, that's why I'm looking at the puffy stuff. Like, roll out the evidence, show me the hard evidence, or because I'm not convicting nobody before nothing happens. But this man, he looks like he's cooked.
let me say this. It said the indictment against Eric Adams alleges that he used straw contributions to cheat New York City's matching funds program. So basically, it says it alleged that his campaign claimed these donations were legal, allowing him to collect extra public funding for his campaign, totaling more than $10 million. Because he got this money, I guess, from a Turkish businessman. And then I guess I guess it has like a program. It sounds like they have a program to where whatever you collect, they'll publicly match your contribution. So he got a lot more money than he was supposed to through illegal campaign contributions, is what they're alleging right now.
Yeah. And so they're saying the guy coming behind him, his name is Jamani D. Williams, and he from Brooklyn. And they were showing me pictures of him, and he was in there like, he got pictures. He got like them jail pose pictures. Like,
I mean, he's probably the lieutenant governor. What is he right now? Is he the lieutenant governor right now?
Let me see. I just had the article.
Maybe not the lieutenant governor. I'm sorry, it's another one. It might be the I forget what it's called.
Public advocate Joanna is the next in line of succession and would become acting mayor. He previously served on the New York City Council representing the 45th District neighborhood of Flatbush, East Flatbush, Midwood, Flatlands, and Marine Park in Brooklyn from 2010 to 2019. Williams is a first-generation Brooklyn native of Grandine heritage who graduated from okay. Anyways.
So he's pretty much was like his running mate. So he's almost like the VP. So he's in line next to take the position. He probably won't be voted back in, especially anyone who's touched this administration is pretty much gone. I guess a number of his previous some of his people on his cabinet or whatever the case may be had already stepped down or been pushed out before this coming, So he knew this was coming. They raided his house. You know what I mean?
Eric Adams, I can understand. He gave so much money to the immigrants coming in there and took kids out of school, stepped over the homeless people. I remember the people in Harlem.
I think he spoke out against that, though. He actually spoke out against that, I believe.
Yeah, after he got blowback, because he was in Harlem. And the people in Harlem were like, look, Joe, we got hella homeless people here, and you stepping over them and giving these new apartment buildings to these migrants that are coming in.
But he was
like, no, we ain't going to do that in Harlem, because he got nervous because, people in Harlem, they're crazy.
But you got to look at it like this. Imagine being flooded with 100,000 people on top of the people. Okay, the homeless that are already here already kind of got their setup thing that they do and where they go and how they serve it. Hey, they do. I mean, if you're homeless, not saying all, but most homeless people that live in major cities already have their little things that they do. They know where to go eat in the morning. They know where to go. They're going to sleep at. They know kind of what they're doing. A lot of homelessness is not by choice, but some of it is, man. It's by choice.
I'll say that. Yeah, I met homeless people. I met homeless people that were like, I was offered a residence over here across town, but I don't want to take it because they can't go in there. They can't show up drunk. They can't do drugs.
They can't bring exactly. So what I'm saying is, a lot of homelessness is by choice or by things that you've done where your family don't want to deal with you no more.
Exactly.
But some of it is people who actually lost their homes, who have kids, who lost their job, who can't afford to, 2 times, 3 times the rent. Are a lot of people out there like that as well. We'll give it to that. But if you get 100,000 brand new people dumped into your city that don't have those same connections or don't understand anything, you better do something, because what do you think they're going to do next?
Yeah.
They're gonna be in your window, climbing through your windows, trying to figure it out. I mean, we all know Abbott those guys dumped these people on all what they call sanctuary cities.
They bust them all up as they should have.
Should they?
Think about it. It's like this.
Should they?
They
should. It's a federal government thing. That's bullshit.
Think about this. You have the Texas and them are telling you, hey, we're having a problem. There's a lot of people think they're getting all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Federal government's job, not New York City's job. Not Denver, Colorado's job.
Everyone else is like, let them in. They should deserve a chance at the American dream. They're like, cool, we're going to send them to you. And now it's a problem, like Texas has been saying.
But the point of it is, though, it's not my job to fix a federal problem. The border's it's not New York's problem. It's not his job to fix it. So what you're doing, but it's your state's job to fix it. You have people in your state who probably voted against the border deal. Go talk to your senators who voted against the border deal. If you're serious, I mean, if you're serious about.
But also,
it's
like this. It's like you can't point your hands at somebody else and act like you could do a better job. They're like, well, okay, we'll do a better job then. And they shipped them off to these sanctuary cities, and they're like, all right, you do it, you deal with it. And now all the sanctuary, what are they saying? They're like, look, there's too many. We're getting too many people. And Texas is like, look, we were getting them all. So you're getting 5 buses and we're getting 20 caravans.
Oh, but if more than likely, Texas is already getting substantial amounts of funds from the government, federal government, to deal with some of this problem already. So you already have like a framework in place to deal with the problem to a degree. You know what I mean? Like, so you can't look at it like, if I live in New York, I don't have a framework to deal with this at all. But if I were to given time, I mean, Texas has been dealing with this since the beginning of the United States, since it's happened. So you kind of already know what to do. You can't go dump 100,000 people in New York and expect them to know what to do. Just because they say we're a sanctuary city, that's fine. Once you get to New York, that's a different situation. But you got to travel to get there. You can't just round up 100,000 people and then blame New York for your problem. I mean, did Abbott go and talk to who is that? Ted Cruz, and I don't know who the other one is over there. Who the other
Ted Cruz
senator
probably
is
in
over
Mexico
there
at the time. But I'm saying it's like, I mean, back onto the topic, because you're correct. You know, do you think Eric Adams is going to do time, and do you think they're going to give him a perp walk?
I mean, you look at it like this. I mean, they already they cooked their last mayor, got him out of there.
Yeah.
They just cooked Donald Trump. This black dude's on a roll. Who did he just put in there too?
And they cooked Puffy.
Diddy. And I was gonna say that same black dude who's up here talking about Eric Adams is talking about they're on a roll right now. I think they're having to do more because of what they just did with Trump. They're looking at like, we got to show out. But it's like, man, you cooked Trump and then two black dudes pretty much.
They got, before they got Trump, they got what's his name? Homeboy that was in Marvel. You know what I'm saying? His girlfriend beat him up. They have video of him running from the girlfriend.
Are you talking about Downey Jr.?
Nah. He played Kang the Conqueror. Hold on, Kang the Conqueror.
I don't know. Oh, you're talking about he played in Rocky too. He played in the Rocky movie as well. I can't remember his name. Yes,
Jonathan Majors.
Yeah. But I mean, they
cooked him, and he didn't even do nothing, bro. He was just running. It's like his girlfriend was abusive, but they just hit him with something. You know what I'm saying? And like, I think Disney was behind that.
He had some pretty tough text messages that he kind of almost sound like he may have, you know what I mean?
Yeah, people got relationships like that. Some people like that. I remember I slept with a girl one time, and afterwards she punched me in the face. And I was like, why'd you punch me in the face? She's like, hit me back so I know you like me. And I said, girl, put your clothes back on.